Are you tired of carrying around all these books, passing out books, students losing books? They don't know where they are. They can't find them. You can't find them. The kids are tired of focusing on just books, boring books with no pictures, no interactive vocabulary. These books have nothing that the kids want. If you're tired of that, I have the program for you. Let's get rid of all these books. All right. iLit for ELLs is what you need to use. Let me tell you why. This program can be used at any level. It is an electronic program where all the kids in the classroom have an iPad. You use a smartboard. You use your MacBook. You can project to the students. You can interact with the students. You teach your whole group lessons. There's differentiated instruction. There's scaffolding. There's vocabulary. There's interactive text. There are things that these kids just love, and they are empowered. They can see their growth. You can see their growth. I promise you. You will never look at learning the same, especially for ELs, when you look at this. Let me show you this program. For example, this is iLit for ELs. It has different units. It has different levels for the kids. This one is in Unit 2. I can go to a particular teach. I can teach this lesson to the students, and it's going to pull up information. You can see the classes are different every day, but for this particular day, it has a vocabulary lesson, it has a read aloud, think aloud, it has classroom conversation, work time, and a wrap up. All right, so when I click on the vocabulary, I can project a survey. You can see it on the board. You should see a projection of the survey there. And the survey asks the student about the vocabulary word. I receive their survey back. They get it on their iPads. They send it back to me. I can gauge how I need to teach this word. When I stop this, I can go over. I can teach. I can broadcast to them this information. The students see a picture. It goes over the word, and then they try to come up with the definition. And then at the end of this, I send them a survey, another survey. I send them this survey, and it lets me know it's a knowledge check. It lets me know that if they understand this word, so I can move on to the next word or go on. This also has a read aloud. The read aloud text that we were looking at in this particular class is St. Louis Armstrong Beach, and in this one we have graphic organizers. I can project that. Students can take notes. We can use graphic organizers for many different things in the classroom setting. This is one. I can swipe over. We can do a recall of the last lesson that we did. I can broadcast this to the students. I can expand this. I can write on it. If I expand it, you can see I get a scribble sign here. So even if you don't have a smart board, you can make different, if you need to write anything on here, let me see if I can do this. If you need to write anything, you can do that. If you need to draw, if you need to show the students or illustrate anything, you can maneuver it. You can do anything you need to do, and it shows up on their screen and on the projector. And then you can erase that. Okay? Not only that, let's go back further. Not only that, there are assignments that students get that we can send out to these students. My favorite assignment is the interactive reader. Let me click it. Let me tell you why it's my favorite. It's my favorite assignment because it is differentiated according to where the child is and according to how he or she has done on his last interactive reader. So it shoots out different interactive readers to each child. Let's look at one, and let me tell you why it is top notch, and the kids are engaged with this. This is not workbook, it's not worksheet. This is something that is engaging, and this is what they do during their individual work time. This is called the interactive reader. I'm sure some of you have heard of iLit before, but when used appropriately, the kids really enjoy it. So they get a passage that they have to read. They have colorful pictures. They slide over. They have more. They have a reading checkpoint where they answer a question. They have drag and drop, fill in the blank, all different kinds of questions that even and skills that they have to learn for testing purposes, for EOGs and for the access test. Now, students at the end of this, they have to write a summary. So this is not just reading. They're reading, writing, they're engaging with it. There's a conversational piece. So this is top notch. I enjoy the interactive readers, and so do the kids. They can press play. And it will.
Have you ever considered protecting
you
your
hear that?
ears
It
in a movie
reads
theater?
to the students too. For
Many
those who are
movies
not on
very
the level
loud.
where they can read
2
like
hours
that,
of
it
listening
reads
to
to
that much
them.
noise is not healthy for your ears.
Okay,
However,
let's
if you're
pause that. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at one other thing before I end this, because this is great. No, two more things. Give me just a couple more minutes to tell you about this. Also, there is a library. It is a library of books, and these kids love it because they get to choose their books, and they don't have to carry them around, but they're in their program, so they can choose books about rap, about shoes, dogs, cats, whatever it is, they can choose. There is a carousel of books here that they can choose. They can search for what they want. It's amazing. Not only that, this is what you're going to love, teachers. This is what you're going to love. You have to go into those meetings. You got to present data on how the class is doing or how a particular student is doing at a parent-teacher meeting. Boom, here you go. You can look it up by the student. You can look it up by the class. Look at this. It'll show how they've done on their assignments, whether they're going up or whether they're going down. It shows by level, reading comprehension. It shows everything that you need to see. The writing, vocabulary, language arts. If you need those files for your plans or to show for parent-teacher meeting, you have it right here. You have their grades, you have their scores. It shows it by grades, where you can click on each student, the reading checkpoint, the summary, the critical. This program is amazing. Not only that, this is the last thing I promise you. Okay, you can also, when students are having their individual work time, after you have taught your whole group lesson and they're working and you're walking around, you can take your iPad and send them messages so that they know they're on point or you're getting them back on track, okay? So you could, if you want to send a message to all the students, you could click all of that, add a comment. There are some pre-written comments there. You could do that. Buzz them, how many stars you want to send. If you want to send stars, you can buzz them with how many of the stars you want to send, and then send that to the students. And once you've done that, at the end of the semester, if you give a prize or whatever, you can show the student with the highest stars, and you can use that as an incentive. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this. We are moving as a country, as a world, we're moving to more technologically advanced methods of teaching. Whether we like it or not, our tests are online now. Most of our tests are online. So we have to train our kids so that they're prepared. They love this program. It's awesome. You got to go get this. It's ILIT 45 for ELLs. Go get it. It's a great, fantastic, wonderful program.